Hello YouTube, Persian here. Thought I'd give you guys a little update on the wine. As I said before, let's be making 10 gallons. I only showed you the first bottle. It's looking pretty good, smelling pretty good. The bubbling has really slowed down at the moment. Time to add some more sugar here shortly. And you can see here's the other one. You can see that bubble hanging about halfway in the little tube. I've taken these out of the bathtub. This is a spare bathroom here. And during the heat of the summer, it was getting over 100 degrees, so I kept this in the bathtub bath of water to keep the wine cool enough where it wouldn't get so hot and it would kill off the yeast. Now that it's cooling off, before long, I'm going to have the reverse problem of keeping it warm enough where the yeast will stay active. So that'll be coming up soon. Main purpose of this video, it's been over a month and a half since I first did this. I wanted to show you it's time what's called the first racking. And what that is, if you see right here along my finger, you'll see a sediment buildup. And you need to siphon that out and then throw this away. And if you don't, it will actually, suppose I never let it in there, so I never tried it to tell you, but according to the book I'm following, it will give you an off taste to the wine, which you don't want. Over here, the sediment is actually a bit thicker, because I really squeezed the cheesecloth bag to get all the fine pulp and any bit of juice I could out of that. So what I'll do, I ain't going to make the video of that. You've seen it in the first video. I'm going to siphon it off in the bucket. I got a long tube that sticks down in there, and I'll leave it undisturbed. Siphon all that down. Then if I can, maybe I might try it with a strainer or through a coffee filter. Getting any liquid that might be in sediment there, put it back in the wine. And at that point, I will add the rest of the sugar to the recipe and put it back in here, let it continue back to fermenting. And hopefully it all goes well. Once it ferments up to the alcohol level that the yeast can sustain, I'll probably get an alcohol hydrometer just to see how much alcohol is in here. And if it has a bit more alcohol it can take, I'll probably add enough sugar to the wine so the yeast can max out its capability. Just wanting the strongest wine I can make. Mainly we're going to try and make some sangria and other stuff with it. So I do want a high alcohol yield to go with this. Next time I'm going to get the highest alcohol yielding yeast there was out there. They didn't have it, so I didn't want to wait and get it. This is pretty good. And you might think, hey, 10 gallons is a lot. It really isn't. It goes by quick, especially when you got family and friends find out about that. Everybody wants some, and then they want some more once they've tried it. Like I said, it's a pretty neat little hobby. You might give it a shot. Let me know what you think. It does taste really good. It's kind of like your own tomatoes grown in the garden taste better than at the store, that type of thing. Along with the same with chickens and the eggs that you harvest. Anyway, and when it does kind of time to bottle, I'll put an updated video on that. Just for a heads up, I do not use wine bottles. They tend to be wasteful, and with one or two people, it takes a while to kill a big wine bottle. What I use is beer bottles. So if anybody's following the video and plan to make their own and they're a beer drinker or has a family or a friend that does drink beer, the Corona bottles is what I kind of go after. And it has to be one that you can cap. A twist-off bottle will not work. Some of the imported German beer bottles that have that pry-off cap, that doesn't work. I seem to break more bottles with that capper, and you'll see that in the bottling video. So the best ones out there I have found is the Corona beer bottles. And they say, well, it's clear and light. Well, that's not much of a concern. What I always do is I save the case the beer came in, and it goes into a closet inside the cardboard case, so there's no light getting into it except for the moment I open it up and pull a couple of them out and throw them in the fridge. So anyway, that's the update, folks, and this will be a while for the next one when I do the bottling one. Hope you all like it. God bless you.